poets ever in the tradition of our ancestors like August Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the mic tonight, proper Ezrication. Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, for proper Ezrication. Come on, you can do better than that. Come on. If you can't do better than that, then you weren't there. Come on. Proper.
Peace Shadow Lounge. I used to host in the Shadow Lounge, y'all. And when I ask for peace, I'm asking for authentic peace. What you give to others, you give to yourself. So let us give ourselves an authentic peace. Peace and blessings, family. We're here to celebrate the Shadow Lounge. This is a sacred place for some of us. This was a place where I just kind of stumbled in, trying to find myself in the dark, find myself in the shadow, and the light bursted forth. Shout out to Justin Strong and Tim Guthrie. I love y'all. They call it Shadow Lounge. Not cafe, not theater, not club, not church, but lounge. Like a place you could stretch your story out like a second exhale, like somewhere between the grief and the groove. In shadow, not darkness, not absence, but presence unseen, the holy in-between, the ancestors' front row. The place where vulnerability hums under track lighting and the mic don't flinch when you say something real. Shadow Lounge. That name wasn't branding, it was prophecy. It told us what it was before we ever walked in. A sacred hush between noise and knowing. A place to bring your too muchness and a place to bring your not enough. Before I had a name that felt whole. Before I knew what the mic can do to a man's chest. Before I knew poems could break open a room and breathe, and breath could be scripture, there was this place, the Shadow Lounge. June 24th, 2000, the first night they opened the doors and unknowingly opened me. This wasn't just a venue, it was a portal, and I stepped through it. Some of you saw me in the spotlight, mic in hand like it was born there, but I wasn't performing, I was surviving out loud. This place turned my scribbles into sacred texts. It turned my heartbreak into head nods. I hosted sets where the energy pulsed through the walls. I danced with words that lit up the room. I won slams, I lost slams. I bled verses into those floorboards and y'all clapped or you didn't. And I kept coming back. I kept coming back not because I wanted attention, but because I needed witness. And the lounge gave me that, even when I didn't deserve it. But don't get it twisted. This stage didn't just see my glory, it saw my grief, saw me exposed, saw my ex get on the mic and drop my name like a curse, like a confession. I had to stand in the same room, same lights, same crowd and just take it. You saw me unravel here, you saw me reckless here, you saw me in love and then not, you saw me not knowing where I was going to sleep, you saw me try to spin pain into rhythm, and sometimes it worked and sometimes it didn't, but I kept showing up. I kept showing up even when I didn't want to, even when I didn't know who I was. And that's the truth of this place, the beauty of this place, the contradiction. The Shadow Lounge was a pulpit and a therapy chair. It was a dance floor for the depressed, a sanctuary for the untamed, a cipher for the broken-hearted prophets, and the fire-breathed lovers who didn't know how to heal, but damn sure knew how to innocent. We were mourning and music at the same time, and nobody turned the mic off. Nobody kicked us out for being too human. That's the miracle. And I ain't just talking about me. I'm talking about the black girls who whispered poems like survival spells. I'm talking about the queer kids who found breath here when the city gave them none. I'm talking about the bands that played with broken strings and still blew the roof off. I'm talking about the nights when nobody came, but we still ciphered. We still prayed. We still believe. This place ain't just a memory, it's a mythology, a holy ecosystem of Pittsburgh's most raw, most brilliant, most unfiltered selves. We were the lounge. We are the lounge. It gave me more than applause. It gave me reflection. Gave me a place to fail. Gave me a place to be messy. Gave me a place to stumble and still be worth a second look. This is the only place I got loved on stage and called out on stage in the same breath. And ain't that community? So when I stand here tonight under the sky outside, older now, a little more cracked, a little more seasoned, maybe a little more sacred. I'm not here to impress you. I'm here to thank the floor that held me, to honor the ghost in the walls, to nod to every voice that ever echoed through this space and dared to say I'm here and I matter. Even if I ain't perfect, even if I ain't polished, I still matter. Because that's what the lounge whisper to us every damn night. So let the record show we sang, we danced, we screamed, we stumbled, we soared, we confessed, we caressed. We cracked open and reassembled ourselves right here in this sacred space of sound and shadow. So let them say the Shadow Lounge didn't belong to just one person. It belonged to all of us. The misfits, the empaths, the rhythm runners, the ones who spit fire and the ones who just came to breathe. Let them say we were a family without uniforms, a choir without rehearsal, a congregation of the cracked, and still somehow we made it holy. Let them say the Shadow Lounge didn't save us. It reflected the part of us that already knew how to survive and reminded us we didn't have to do it alone. So tonight, if you hear your name in this, if you ever touch that mic, if you ever clapped too hard, ever cried in the back and still stayed, if you ever danced in the dark with strangers who became family, this poem is yours too. So say it with me if you feel it. We're still here. We're still writing. We're still burning. We're still whole. Shadow Lounge forever. Shadow Lounge together.